Hi guys, welcome back to the Fantasy Chancer, the fantasy football show we bring you here each and every week on the Upper Tier podcast on YouTube. Now, I'm going to kick into my team from last week, and I finished on an amazing 108 points last week, which is the most I've got since I've been doing this show. I think I got about 120 before, but that's the highest in the last couple of years, and we're going to see how I've done that last week. So, Burnt Leno on goals for 10 points. Botman and Byrne, Newcastle cleaning up at the back again, back to their best at the back, 12 points apiece. William Saliba, unfortunately, couldn't keep a clean sheet, 1 point. And then in the middle of the park here, everyone delivered. Salah for 10, Son for 14, Matoma for 14, Saka for 13. Eddie didn't do the business up top for Arsenal. Haaland, 12 points, captain. Has to be captain every week. And Ollie Watkins popped up with 9. Nothing really to report on the bench there and nothing missed out on. But if we go into the league tables, this will be a first, the upper tier. And I am first in the table at the moment on 422 points, followed closely by Graham Ward on 414. And it's still very, very early days, so nothing for me to get excited about, especially with considering, as you can see, the injury problems that we're going to have here when I look through my team. So we got Leno. Chelsea are playing Fulham on Monday night. Chelsea a little bit goal shy, but obviously delighted to get the win in the cup over Brighton in the Graham Potter derby. So Chelsea are back, guys, until Monday. But in the back then, my whole back three, as you can see there, Saliba, Botman and Byrne, all 75% chance of playing. So with Byrne and Botman being a stellar part of Newcastle's back line, can I see the two of them missing out on the game? I can't. Could Newcastle afford to let the two of them sit on the sidelines if they're not 100%? Even against a Burnley side, it's hard to know. I think Eddie Howe's going to want to go with his best team. William Saliba, we found out today in Mikel Arteta's press conference, is also struggling for fitness, so that's not good for Arsenal. So he's a 75% as well. When we look at the middle of the park, then we got Mo Salah, Tottenham away. That's going to be a difficult game. Tottenham, much more organised animal this year, but Liverpool, pretty much one of the informed teams in the league. I think Liverpool will sneak that, and I'd expect Salah to be scoring as well. Matoma got to play. Villa and Brighton looking to be a cracking game. Two teams with high ambitions this year. Bukayo Saka, 50% chance of playing. It does not look like he's going to make it. But I will leave him in on the off chance that he does, because he is a big game player for Arsenal, particularly at the start of the season. Makamba having there 2 games, Everton, Burnley. If Makamba and if Luton are going to do something, it's got to be in these next 2 games. And I figured with the double round for them, I'll give them a shot. Erling Haaland, Wolves captain. Yeah, that kind of speaks for itself. Wolves very goal shy. I'd be concerned for them this weekend. Ollie Watkins, yeah, you could see Villa scoring some goals against Brighton. And Amdouni then I went with for the simple reason of the double round. Newcastle obviously very good at the back, but if those players that I mentioned earlier are in any way not 100%, then it leaves the door open potentially for a chance. And of course, then with Luton away, that's turned into a massive game already. You know, Luton's next 2 games are going to define their season, even at this early stage, with Everton and Burnley. You know, if Luton were to somehow pick up 6 points in the next 2 games, then you know that could save them. It's very unlikely though. And with Burnley, then Burnley, if they'd be happy to get 3 points out of 6 in that double week, 100%. On the bench, then George Baldock, he's not going to play, 25% chance. Heung-Min 75% chance. I would say they will wrap him in cotton wool and they'll get him out of the pitch against Liverpool. He's a big game player. He's going to need to be there for Spurs. You see what he done last week in the North London derby to Arsenal. He was absolutely exceptional. So I'd fully expect him to make it. The reason I have him on my bench at the moment is I just fancy Liverpool to win that game. Um, and that's why he's on my bench. He's on my bench even before the injury. And the same with Romero as well. I can't see Spurs keeping a clean sheet this weekend against Liverpool. So that is what I am going for this week, guys. Don't forget to check out this show and all the other shows on this channel. Guys are putting out some great content, shorts every day, wrestling shows, football shows. It's all here, the Upper Tier Podcast. So please like, subscribe, share. Have a great weekend, and